All right, this is 8.1 and 8.4C guided practice, page number 3. We're going to talk about 9, 10, 11, and 12 on this video. I'm going to start actually on number 10, so if you skip down to number 10 with me. The question says solve the equation for y, and then match what equation is equivalent to that. All right, so what we could do is we could sit here and we could solve this for y. We would minus 3x to both sides. We draw our line. We would continue doing that all the way to the bottom until we got y equals something. All right, but we are allowed to have Desmos on our SOL, so we're just going to use Desmos for this one. If you remember how to solve this for y, you want to do all these steps and go for it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use Desmos. All right, so why don't you pull up Desmos on your own computer as I'm erasing this, and then we will we'll go at it together. All right, that's good enough. Okay, so on Desmos over here, we're going to plug in 10 equals 3x minus 4, 5y. All right, here's our equation in green, okay? And since we want to find what is the same equation as 10 equals 3x minus 5y, I'm just going to plug in each of these answer choices and see which one is true, okay? Now I'm going to check all of them because sometimes it's going to say circle all the equations that are equivalent to this. So I'm going to plug in each of them, see which ones are true. I'm going to do y equals 3 over 5x minus 2. Okay, so we're going to type in y equals 3 over 5x minus 2. Right, and actually if I look, that's the exact same line. So I know that this is going to be an answer. But I'm just going to check all the other ones just to make sure. Y equals 3 over 5x plus 2. All right, that's obviously not the same as my green here. All right, so that's not going to be an answer. We have y equals negative 3 over 5x minus 2. That's not an answer either. And y equals negative 7 over 5x. That's not an answer. Okay, so for number 10, the only answer choice that was correct here, that was equivalent to our question, was A. All right, and for Desmos, for the Desmos check, I can just draw, yours should be more exact than mine. I'm just going to draw the lines that I have. I have a line here, a line here, and a line here. And if you have a different color, draw the same line there to show that those two are equivalent, and that's how you know that we have the answer there. All right. Now I'm going to skip down to number 11, then we'll go back to, I'm going to skip down to 11, then we'll go back to 9 later. Number 11. What is the value of 3a minus 8b divided by 3b when a equals negative 2 and b equals negative 4? So what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to take negative 2, we're going to plug it in for a here, and we're going to take negative 4, and we're going to plug it in for b here and here. All right. So we could just plug that in. We can type it into Desmos. What I'm going to do, sometimes we forget the parentheses. All right. So I'm going to try to show you something that might be easier and we'll have less mistakes. But I think the most important thing here is first you should type the divide sign or the fraction bar because it's easier for us than having to remember to put parentheses around everything. All right. So the first thing I did is I just typed the fraction bar. That way I can start off with my fraction. I'm going to type 3a minus 8b divide by 3b. Okay, it's going to ask me to add a slider. I'm going to click all. And if you notice, it says a equals 1 and b equals 1. That's not what I want here. I want a to equal negative 2. I'm just going to change this to negative 2. I want b to equal negative 4. I'm going to change this to negative 4. Okay, and it gives me the answer of negative 2.166667. All right, now if you notice that my answer choices, none of those are negative 2.16667, but they do have fractions. I know that this one's not negative and this one's not negative, so it's going to be neither of those. And since I don't really know which one of these fractions is 0.16667, I could just go back to Desmos and type it in and see what we get here. Let's see, do we do mixed fractions in Desmos? -2 and 1/6. No, we don't. Okay, so I'm just going to have to try 1/6. That's 0.16667. And if I try 4/25 from choice B here, that's 0.16. So it looks like 1/6 is going to be the same as 0.1667. So my answer here is going to be A. All right. And so all we did there was we just took this expression, typed it in how we saw it, and then we added 2 sliders and plugged in what A was and what B was, and it gave us the answer. Okay. And for Desmos check, really quickly, we can write in here exactly what we did. So again, this is going to be sloppy, but you can make it neater. The first line we did 3A minus 8B divided by 3B. All right, the next line we did the slider A equals -2. And the third line we did the slider B equals -4. That's how we checked it on Desmos. So just write your steps there exactly how you see them over here. That'll be the way that we can check it, and you can get credit for that. All right. Okay, number 12. Given the expression 6 more than twice the number, what is the value of the expression if the number is equal to 5? All right, there are 2 different concepts that they're requiring of you here for this question. The first is to take 6 more than twice the number and to write it as an expression. And the second is to find the value if the number is equal to 5. Okay, so for the first one here, 6 more than twice the number, the key word is more than. Remember, more than means to switch. Okay, so we're going to put the more than, which is plus. We're going to switch 6 and twice the number. Put 2 in here. I'm going to put 6 here. Okay, now the second part is to take that number and set it equal to 5. So I'm going to take in, I'm going to put in a 5 for that. If you really like just plugging in the 5 here and multiplying it, go for it. You should see the answer pretty quickly. If not, you can jump over here to Desmos and do the sliders just like we did for number 11. All right, so I'm going to type 2 in plus 6 and add a slider, and it wants n to equal 5. So it says that the answer here is 16, which is B. Okay, so again, we took what we know about words and symbols and expressions and took 6 more than twice the number, changed it into an expression, and then we plugged in 5 for n. We got 16. All right, I'm going to ask you to pause the video and try number 9. Number 9, it is exactly like number 12. You just don't have answer choices, so you'll need to type your number into the box there. Okay, so pause your video and try number 9. All right, so you should have tried number 9. You can put all your steps here in Desmos. Your correct answer should be 10. All right, thank you for watching this video. This was 8.1 and 8.4C guided practice, page number 3.